Welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Lincoln Financial Field, and it is indeed home to the 2018 Super Bowl champion Eagles. The Link also is home to the Temple Owls. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Temple's offense will get first crack at it today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Hauls it in. Wide open spaces. There he goes. The 30, the 20, inside. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Owls.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Navy's offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback moving. At the 40, there he goes. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Looking for a man, it's Horvath. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Catch in the middle, it's Hutchinson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The midshipmen come to the line on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
The midshipmen come to the line facing 3rd and short. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Turning it on! He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back on the option, the give. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Gets rid of it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Navy! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Simon. He lofts one down the sideline. Brings it down on the right side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Temple lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and they must take care of the football. Quarterback keeps it, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. This is a designed run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. They bring the punter onto the field now. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The Owls need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Got his man downfield. Breaks free. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Owls are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Temple lining up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Navy will go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The midshipmen could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Here comes the option. Now the toss. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Gives it on the option. Still on his feet at the 45. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Dropping back, it's Horvath. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. That's caught. It's Chapman. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Chapman. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
First down for the offense.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move.
That's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield. And you're under so much duress. On top of that,
Oh, he's got some space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Barrels ahead. Touchdown Owls. They take the lead with the 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Navy offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse.
Lots of running room. Inside the 40. The 30. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, midshipman.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. He'll do it himself. Powers through the defender.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense this zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of the sport.
Now on first down from the 30.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Adams. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Owls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, that time on third down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up fourth down.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And that is no good. And here in the fourth quarter, still all tied up, guys. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They go to the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You got got to give the defense credit here, David. I mean, this has been a hard-fought game. A lot of these guys have played tons of snaps. Yeah, they're all out there and they're exhausted and they're tired, but they are still fighting and they're able to come away with that takeaway.
And an unbelievable takeaway because of the time in the game. This is a tie game late in the ball game. My team needs a takeaway. We need to do something. Otherwise, they're going to milk this clock, go down the field, try to score. Now we flipped the script. Now we got the ball with a chance at a tie game to go win this thing.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Defense is about getting the guy on the ground, holding on for dear life. It's hard, I know, with so much speed on the outside, but you got to get that guy on the ground. When you miss one tackle, next thing you know, all that extra yardage is killing your defense.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TF out.
The give to the back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wants to throw. It's Simon. Got it in the middle. It's Irvin. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll run the option. And the offense gets the ball back. How lucky are they? 5 points of pressure, high and tight. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now the play fake. Touchdown Owls! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hodges. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Navy will go back on the attack. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The throw. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Back to pass, it's Horvath. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Bryant. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
It's hard enough to get this guy on the ground once. That's his 2nd sack of the day. Nice job getting in the backfield, not getting deceived by this guy's speed, because we've seen this QB, man. He can make people miss. Nice job getting him on the ground for the 2nd time today.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.